In an earlier podcast, you describe a closed system as, among other things, a whole which cannot tolerate any contradiction. Does this mean that objectivism is the only closed philosophical system and or the only one worthy of the name? Because all other philosophies I know of contain many contradictions. No. There are other closed philosophical systems too. And indeed, in my dim hypothesis, M stands for a closed, integrated philosophic system which is not based on reality. The consistency in such a case, what makes the integration possible, is an internal consistency. You take the scholastics who developed a system where some of their axioms were issues of faith, but then there was step-by-step logical deduction. The conclusions, the whole setup was closed. There were no internal contradictions. Now, of course, if you say, well, revelation contradicts observation and God contradicts nature, then there were contradictions. But within their fundamentals, they were true. The fundamentals were consistent with each other, and the consequences of those fundamentals were consistently drawn. So those are closed, real philosophic systems. The greatest examples being Plato and Hegel. Now, you can contrast that with, take Nietzsche, for instance, or take Zarathustra, where it's a bunch of aphorisms, some brilliant and some awful, but more or less related like one fortune cookie after another. That is not a system. Or pragmatism, where truth is what works, so it works today, it won't work tomorrow, so that is not a system. For more about that, you read my analysis of D, which is disintegration, and M, which is misintegration.